Hi, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a weekly update for you guys, and I just want to recap what I talked about last week, which was my alternate day fasting journey and how it's gone for the past almost 7 months. I started on September 17th, 2019, so we're coming up on 7 months here pretty soon. And when I started on that day, I was 209 pounds, which if you're international, I did look it up, that is 95 kilograms about. And as of last Saturday, which is April 4th, I believe, I was 181 pounds or 82 kilograms. And if you want to go back and look at more like pictures and my journey, you can go to my Instagram page, which I have linked below. So that'll give you more of like daily pictures. I don't take pictures of myself every day, but you know, you can kind of go back and look at my journey and pictures of food that I ate and stuff like that if you're interested. But my goal is 175 pounds, which is about 79 kilograms if you're international. I can't promise that I'll always convert that, but I just wanted to try this time at least. So I'm also 5'11". I didn't mention that in my last video, but I'm pretty tall. So 175 pounds for some people may seem like a lot, but for me, it's a good weight. I've been at that weight before, and I just know that it's a healthy weight for me. So that's my goal. Anyway, but if you remember my last video, the Saturday before, I always measure from Saturday to Saturday because that's after 3 full days of fasting for the week. I fast on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays typically. So I compare Saturday to Saturday. The Saturday before, this past Saturday, I was at 180.8. So that is actually a gain of 0.2 pounds, which, you know, is not exciting, but it does happen. So I kind of wanted to talk about why that may be, and of course I'll never know exactly for sure, but just kind of some guesses as to why I gained, and it's only 0.2 pounds, so keep that in mind. It's not like I gained 5 pounds or anything like that. But so there's kind of 3 possible reasons why that may be. The first reason is the least likely, but I just wanted to mention it, is that I switched up my schedule last week. So I normally, as I said, I fast Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But last week I fasted Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, and I ate on Monday and Tuesday. And the reason for that was because on Sunday I was actually fasting for religious purposes. My church fasts usually one Sunday a month, and that was our fasting day. And so I actually took Monday and Tuesday off because Monday I was weighing in for my diet bet. It was my final weigh-in for the diet bet, and I just kind of wanted to take a couple days, just take one day off just to kind of have a little breather, especially since I already fasted on Sunday. But also Tuesday I was donating blood, so I was like, well, I want to make sure I have a lot of energy and that I'm, you know, well hydrated and fed and all that before I donate blood. So that was kind of my reasoning for switching up my schedule, and that may have contributed to being at a higher weight on Saturday, but I don't think so really, because I still had 3 full days of fasting for the week, so, you know, who knows. But anyway, the second reason is the most probable, and that is that I started my period a couple days after Saturday. So I typically gain, you know, anywhere from 1 to 3 pounds a few days before my period. So that is just how it is, and I find that that's a benefit to weighing myself regularly, is that I'm able to see, you know, the cause and effect of these patterns in my weight fluctuations, and I find that really helpful. So Anyway, that is probably one of the major reasons why my weight went up instead of down. The third reason is what I really wanted to talk about today, and that is emotional eating, which I have struggled with lately. I know that a lot of people have struggled with this lately. With what we're going through in the world right now, the chaos and the uncertainty and everything like that, being cooped up it's really hard. So, I think that everybody who has struggled with weight, typically, and maybe not everyone, but the majority of people who have struggled with weight also struggle with emotional eating. I think that it's just something that we also need to overcome along with losing the weight, is that those emotional triggers. So the triggers that are typical, I think, are, sadness, like depression, boredom can be one, and then stress and anxiety, which is definitely the thing that is a trigger for me. So lately it's just been really stressful, right? Like we are all dealing with something different than what we're used to. No matter what that looks like for you, I think that there's not a single person in this planet right now that is not adjusting to some kind of new normal, and that can be really stressful. And I think we're all dealing with some similar things, but everybody else, everybody uniquely has their own struggles and challenges. I know that I have mine, and you have yours. So I was at Costco the other day, and grocery shopping is one of those things right now that it's a stressful thing. It's like you never know what you're going to encounter, and there's just kind of that like anxiety just like hanging in the air everywhere in public right now. So I was in Costco and I was doing really well, and I was just sticking to my normal things, but as I was going to the checkout, I noticed these right here. So these are Lindt, which is like a Swiss chocolate company, and I love Swiss chocolate. My grandma was raised in Switzerland, so I have always loved it. But these are like Cadbury eggs, but with Lindt chocolate in the middle, and I saw them and I was like, what? I have to get those. And I did, and I ate some in the car after wiping them down and sanitizing my hands. But so anyway, I have, revisited my little stash and had those throughout the days on my eating days. And there's still some left, so that's a victory right there, I would say. That's not something that would have happened in the past. And I will say this, so with compulsive eating, when I say compulsive eating, I mean like, you think about it constantly and you have to keep going back and getting it. I think there's two parts to that. I think there's a physical part and an emotional part. And the fasting really, really helps the physical part of the emotional eating, because something in your body after you fast, it resets things. And so you're not, especially with like a full day of fasting, when I wake up in the morning, like I don't have cravings. I feel really good and strong, and it's like I can start over. So every day is a new day, and I think that is something to really be grateful for with fasting. But the emotional part is something that I still have to work through, and I'm just better at it some days than others. And I think that, so for me, there's some things that have helped, that every day is a new day, and also to acknowledge the feeling that you're having, like what are you feeling right now, and why are you doing this? Like just stop and think, because I think that mindfulness really counteracts the mindless eating, which is what we're trying to overcome. The next thing that helps me is just to have an alternative to kind of like switch gears. If I go have like a couple carrot sticks, or I like to make these almond muffins that I use like the monk fruit sweetener in, so they're sugar-free, like refined sugar-free. Having something like that kind of helps me also switch gears a little bit. But also, I think just like not shaming yourself, like don't make this a part of your identity or anything like that. Like this is just something that's happening and you can move on from this. This is not who you are. This is just a moment in time. Just know that you're not going to be a perfect faster, just like you're not going to be a perfect anything, because we are human and we make mistakes in all areas of our lives. So that's my thoughts for today, and I really hope that that helps someone. I know that it is a struggle, and I really want to, I just want to help you if I can. So just if this was helpful to you, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching so much. If you want to follow along with me more on a daily level, you can go to my Instagram page, which again is linked down below. And I just want to create a little community where we can help and encourage each other. So also, if you have any questions, let me know, and I really hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.